And welcome back to, we're picking up at the end of the Long Dark stream. Uh, we left off on the walk back to Quonset to build our woodworking table, where I basically just paused the game without being in the save location. Mainly because it was time to put a break in. Well, if I'm actually aiming for 30-minute episodes, it was overdue time for put a break in. And based on the quality of the weather, I believed at the time, as I believe as I'm recording right now, that it was a good idea to not sleep for sleep for an hour anyway, because it's probably a good time to be traveling. How warm it is. Well, we're still in the warm part of night. And our character is not so fatigued that he's still within his carrying capacity with all the stuff he's got on him. We'll probably end this episode, this recording stream and this part, probably with building the woodworking table. So if the episode's a little on the short side, which I'm at the beginning of recording the episode, so I have no idea if that is going to be the case, that'll probably be why, is because I had originally planned to record 4 episodes, but I do really want to get this woodworking table completed, which does require, you know, getting all my parts together where I need them. While at the same time I don't really want to, by cramming into this part, time to find all the fir wood, so we're not going to get the second thing done. As many was potentially expecting to do this episode, which is build the drying chest. That will have to wait for the next stream, probably. For no other reason than potentially finding fir in Coastal Highway might be not the easiest thing in the world. We have found fir in the Coastal Highway. I think we've pulled one or harvested 1 or 2 limbs of it between Misanthrope and Jackrabbit, so it definitely does spawn out there. Just maybe not as common as cedar. Okay, approaching the trestle. Certainly a good idea not to walk across the trestle in auto walk, which I actually have engaged right now, so I'm about to disengage it in a moment. There's a couple different ways to disengage it. One is to press Z, like I am doing now. The other one is to press the walk backwards button. Because you don't want to walk backwards, you will walk forwards, so inflicting motion will turn it off as well. Probably coming up with time to change this torch, so we'll change the torch. Eat our meat. I got like 0.1 kilograms of meat on me, so we'll eat that meat so it doesn't make us smell as we get through into the next zone. Where attracting wildlife would be undesirable. You really have nothing in you, or you can catch cattails that I'm not caring about. If the weather gets worse during this walk, we'll probably duck into the next place to warm up. But otherwise, I'm probably going to try to walk all the way down to Quonset. This isn't possible to do when I get to Quonset. It will need to be daytime to do the crafting I want to do. But we're fatigued enough that we can probably just sleep through the rest of the night when we get down there. And we've walked this way multiple times. Really, until I reach the bridge down there, there hasn't historically been a lot of possibility running into any wolves. With wildlife refresh, who knows? Well, other people probably know. I don't know. Usually around about here would be the earliest I run into wolves. And then usually I only run into wolves, well, where I just went through from the ravine to here. You only usually run into wolves if you're carrying something that smells, which is why you see me usually doing something to get rid of my smelly items, whether that's eat the smelly items or leave it behind in the ravine. And then around here you can sometimes run into this stuff, but it's a little bit less common than closer to the Quonset. Quonset's pretty common to run into things. Just doing a quick double check that there's no cars on this road here. I feel like remembering there being more cars in Coastal Highway than apparently I'm able to find in the last couple episodes.
Can't feel my feet.
And in the cars, we only managed to find one car battery, which is, given the fact that we need to get 10 car batteries, I think, is not the best of signs. Yeah, this walk, we're making decent time with this walk. Unless I run into a wolf. Well, not a wolf. Unless I run into the bear, we shouldn't have to do any funny business to get to the Quonset. Should just be a straight walk over there, fall on the road. And then assuming we can't build the woodworking table during the nighttime, we'll have to do a long rest to hopefully get to the day. Shouldn't be that hard to do either.
So cold.
We'll take a little bit of condition damage on the way over there, but we're about to take a long rest. We'll probably get all the condition damage we're going to take walking right now during that. We'll recover it during the rest. Suppose I could. Got plenty of food around here, so we can sprint, casually burn the extra calories. Furlough is tempting. Yeah, let's take the opportunity to get that fur limb.
Come on, come on.
That's 4. I'm gonna toss a few more sticks in that fire, but that'll be fine. Sticks are replaceable. There we go. Don't suppose you are fur limb. No, you're regular cedar. Whoops. Wind has picked up. Get a warming up bonus from drinking a tea. So we don't take too much condition damage the rest of the walk. Let's try to take a torch with us. See if it holds. See if we run into any wolves. It did start to cool down. I don't think... Well, we lost most of the fuel in the last fire to a stiff breeze, so let's not take the risk to get that fur limb right now. And come back for it in the morning. We do have wolves up, so it's a good thing we have a torch for the moment. I'd say as I throw my torch intentionally. A slightly higher quality torch. Okay, while they're running away like cowards, I'm gonna try getting over to the meat. Oops.
So cold. Just want to lay down for a bit.
Alright, well, that'll be enough meat. Let's duck on in to... So we can
I
path
need to
around
drop
to it.
something.
Let's duck into the Quonset.
I just need to close my eyes.
We'll eat them inside. One hint that I've been told to maneuver around in the dark is if you go into base modifying mode, that you can see all the things you can move, which for a lot of the bases it makes it a lot easier to move around. That's a little gimmicky, so I'm gonna try not doing that too much. That was way too easy to move around in. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that we need the daylight to build our bench, woodworking bench. So I'm gonna take the 10-hour sleep if it'll sleep that long. Which has made it day. But we actually were able to sleep that long. We'll drop our oil off. I am gonna have to go back outside. I got the woodworking table on me, but I don't have... Oh, and I don't even need the crafting table to build the woodworking table. I just need to have my cedar on me, so I need 10 pieces of cedar. Should all be outside this door. Oh, this is a blizzard. Good time to be working
Might
inside.
have to drop some gear.
So we could do some carved figures, which we're not going to do with a decorative end table. This is not decorative. Large, completed, and in-progress items are added to the furniture workbench container. Okay, well, we're going to build you. And then presumably we'll have to pick someplace to put it. I'm going to put it next to the door over here. Fits reasonably well, and it looks like it'll fit reasonably well. And there's the furniture bench, which allows us to do a bunch of things. Like a rustic storage box. Trunk. We're mainly here for is the meat curing box. Which is what we want our kilograms of salt for, and what our fur logs are for. So we need to go get some more fur logs to complete that if we can. Let's go see if that fur log despawned during the storm. If it didn't, we'll be exactly too short. Which may make it worth trying to look for another... well, see if the fur branch despawned. Because if it didn't, then we'll be too short, and that'll probably be a good enough gamble to go spending some time to look around for the third limb. Flyover's fine. Probably even sunny enough. I can use the magnifying lens to start a fire. Yep, this is still here. So let's harvest it. Start a fire using the magnifying lens and... Oh, it's not actually bright enough to start with the magnifying lens. We'll have to just use a match. And it probably doesn't need to be that hot of a fire, so I can probably just put an hour worth of sticks in the fire.
Come on.
Yeah, that should be enough. And we'll look around for a short bit to see if we can find another one. Those are branches, not limbs. Sadly, branches only give you sticks. I suppose once we have the drying bench set up, it would probably be... This will probably be next stream when it happens, because I've already run this stream longer than I probably should, but probably be time at the beginning of next stream to get this drying bench set up. I'm probably mangling and replacing the second word every other time I say it, but I forget whether it's a chest or a bench or something, or it's a rack or whatever. But if we get it set up, we'll probably want to catch some fish. Are you fur? No, you're cedar. To see if dried fish retain their vitamin C. Because if they do, that makes stuffing fish into them very valuable. If they don't, then it's still very useful because it makes food that doesn't smell. That's fairly weight efficient for carrying around for exploration. But it's not as useful for processing fish into travelable container-sized meals. Okay. Before we lose this torch, let's replace the torch. Oh, before we lose the match, before we lose the ignition, let's swap over. This is probably a good place to have the standoff with the wolf. It was a good shot and wanted to kill the wolf. We could have taken the wolf there. Really, I just wanted the wolf to go away. You're a cedar, yeah. To be fair, these are probably all cedars. I don't know what cedars and fir look like, so... I know what the birch bark trees look like, I just don't know what the difference in look between cedar and fir. And I don't know if that affects what branches fall either. Or what limbs fall. Scratch the beard a little bit. And get the luck of scratching the beard. Apparently, he finds me some fur.
Turned out pretty well.
Oh, I used hopefully I used one of the cedar logs. Yeah, I used one of the cedar logs I had carrying on me. That's fine. I had meant to use sticks. So I'm gonna have to add a couple sticks to this fire either way. To get it warm enough. Should be warm enough. Okay, there we go.
Something's gotta go.
I suppose if the thing for making jerky, dried meat, doesn't make, well, doesn't have it so that the fish has vitamin C, I might just focus on feeding fresh bear meat into it, because there's a bear reasonably nearby that we can kill. That will provide a bunch of meat that I can just shove in the dryer. Would probably be the most efficient use of travel meat if dried fish doesn't retain vitamin C. Is bulk processing stuff that would take forever to cook.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
This fire is not going to be worth keeping. So I'm gonna pick up all the salt. Well, I technically don't need to pick it all up. I need to pick up all but the last 8 pieces. But I'm not counting anything to pick up, so we're going to pick them all up so we've got enough. And then we want... Well, I want... What did I screw up? It's 10 pieces of fur. We have 9 pieces of fur. I'm not going to find another piece of fur in this amount of time. And what time have we got left? So... well, you know what we're going to be doing in the beginning next episode. We're going to be looking for fur. No, it's not going to fit all that. Okay. Can you at least fit the salt? No. You're not big enough for that. You're going to be big enough to fit all the salt? You will be big enough to fit all the salt. Okay, this isn't much better than picking off the ground.
I can barely walk
Okay,
with this
probably
much gear.
quicker putting it back in the inventory, but we're not going to bother. I'm going to just drop it all by the box over here. And we have a little bit of daylight left. Let's replace our arrow that we broke in the last part. And yeah, this is probably a good time to put the part in. As I kind of expected last time, We are going to get the woodworking table done, but we don't have the resources around to complete the drying chest. But we'll probably be able to find it in the next episode. So I hope you've been enjoying it. If you're watching YouTube, I will probably have found the time to record the next part by tomorrow. So there should be a part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, I hope you've been enjoying it as well. This is where the stream is going to end. So if you want to see the next part, be on the lookout for when it goes streaming again, or when I go streaming and / recording again. It will probably be in 3 or 4 days. So I hope you all been enjoying it, and hope you all have a good time until the next part. Catch you in the next part. Bye for now.